All right, if you ever wondered why almost every single YouTube channel never grows, like ever, or they just plateau or they feel stuck, this is the video you need to see, because I'm gonna break down the real reasons why 99% of channels stay stuck completely, even when people are working their faces off. And if you are making any of these mistakes, you will know exactly how to fix them by the end of this video. With that said, really quickly, I just wanted to let you guys know that I just released a completely free YouTube growth course with 4+ hours of content on how to grow on YouTube predictably and quickly. Literally nothing's laid out. It's completely free, no strings attached. You can get that in the first link in the description below. All right, cool. So let's start with probably the biggest myth that I've heard, which is if I just work harder, I will grow on YouTube. Listen, I used to believe this same thing too. I mean, you could literally ask my wife. I would stay up so late some days, up to like 3, 4 in the morning, editing for hours, thinking that if I just put in more effort, the results would come. But every single time I would look at my analytics and nothing, no growth, no new subs, nothing would work. The only thing that worked or I achieved was more burnout. But most people confuse effort with leverage. See, it's not about how hard you work. It's about working on the right things that actually moves the needle forward. So to avoid the mistake that 99% of creators do, please do not confuse effort with leverage or results. Now, the next reason 99% of creators fail is even more subtle, and people never realize this, but most creators make content for themselves, not for the people they want to reach. I see this all the time. Someone makes a video about what they care about, what they think is cool, or what they want to talk about, but the market doesn't care about you when you're first getting started. If the audience is looking for something else, then your video will not perform, right? It's very simple. If you only make content for you, and if that content that you make for you is not what the audience wants, you will never meet the market where it's at. You have to focus on making the content people actually want. Now, the third reason 99% of channels fail is because of a habit. It's a habit that kills channels before they ever even start. And it's not validating ideas. Imagine spending days filming and editing a video only to realize that like literally nobody wanted it in the first place. That is exactly what happens if you don't validate or you don't check if your idea is something people even wants or searching for or clicking on, right? Most channels never grow because they don't validate their ideas first. They just guess and hope for the best. But I've said this so many times on this channel, hope is not a strategy. A great way to validate an idea, by the way, is to simply just search in the YouTube search bar for the idea that you want to make and just gauge like how many videos are being made about this, or more importantly, how much traction are those videos or channels about this actually getting. All right, now let's talk about messaging, okay? Because most creators think, what do I want to say? Instead of, what does my viewer need to hear? I used to script videos around what I wanted to teach or what I wanted to talk about when I would script videos for these YouTube videos, but I would sometimes get comment. In fact, there was a comment I remember getting saying like, this isn't what I was looking for. And there was a mismatch between my packaging and how I positioned it versus what I was actually saying. And the result of this is people will just leave comments like that or just click off right away and not watch. The reason being is because I was focused on my message and not their problem. So if you optimize for what you want to say instead of what the viewer is trying to resolve or a pain point they're trying to get a solution for, you'll always miss the mark. You'll always have misalignment. So craft that specific message. Just do it in a way that solves the people's pain points of the audience you're trying to target, your viewers' pain points. The same pain points that you use to get them to click onto your video, right? That right there will get you good results. And you know what? In fact, that brings us to our next tip, because there's another really big one here that 99% of creators do that makes them fail. Most people never learn why something worked or why it didn't work. I mean, guys, come on. Like if you post a video and it does well and you just move on, or it flops and you just try again, and you don't stop and figure out what actually made that work or why it didn't work, I mean, dude, you're just guessing every single time. Channels that never grow are the ones that never learn why something worked or why it didn't work, or honestly, more important, they just keep repeating the same mistakes over and over and over again. They're throwing spaghetti at a wall and hoping, praying something sticks. And by the way, if you guys don't know where to start here on this step, I built a custom web application called YouTube Labs. You can get full access to that for free when you join my free school community, which has 4+ hours of YouTube growth content inside of it again, completely for free. And when you do, you'll get tools, like I said, YouTube Labs, where you can literally just input your analytics from a video and it will instantly give you like a full analysis or rundown and tells you what you need to fix, what worked, what didn't, and why. So it basically shortcuts all this for you. So you can check that out. It's in the link in the description below. All right, now finally, the most dangerous mindset, honestly, is thinking that not blowing up means that you're failing. I have seen so many people quit after a few videos don't go viral. They think, if I'm not blowing up on YouTube, I must be failing. But that is just not how growth works. Most channels never grow because they mistake not blowing up for failing. But real growth is slow, it's steady, and built on learning, taking lessons, and then iterating on those lessons. If you are going to jump into the game of YouTube, I want you to get familiar with something that has fundamentally changed my philosophy of content and how I grow on YouTube. And it is a concept called failing forward. Basically, every failure is just a stepping stone, one step closer to your desired goal, or what people call, it sounds cliche, but your success, right? I hate wording it like that. But the concept of failing forward is taking all your failures as learning lessons that you can build on as stepping stones to get to your goal. That is what growth on YouTube is. It is failing forward, and it is failing a lot. Now, if you guys want to break away from the 99% of creators who are failing and actually grow super fast with the full A to Z blueprint, as I already said, I just launched my completely free YouTube school community. It's a full YouTube growth course with 4+ hours of content, tons of awesome resources, and a cool community of like-minded individuals who all want to grow. It's free, it's a no-brainer. Go check it out. It's in the link to the description below. Alternatively, if you guys don't want to leave YouTube and you want to continue watching videos here, well, you could go and click on this video next and watch this video here and also learn more about growing on YouTube. Anyways, with that being said, I hope this was helpful. I'm rooting for you guys. Appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.